Hey guys, Savage, or welcome back to the channel, and today we're going flying in the Bahamas because, you know what, it's hot here and I want to at least feel like I'm somewhere nice and hot in the sim. And we're taking out Flyinside Bell 47G today, which looks very different. Yeah, it's got floats. This is their brand new update, which adds floats to an already amazing little helicopter. And I'm not a big helicopter fan, but I am for this one because it's just... there's something so visceral and raw about it that I absolutely love this thing. And they added floats. They told me about this beforehand. I've been excited to try it. I have my version through the Microsoft Marketplace, so I had to wait for it to come out. The update, that is. So this is out for everybody. And it's an exciting little one. We're going to take a little fly. We're not going to do nothing too crazy, but we're going to have a little hop around here in the Bahamas, enjoy some nice scenery, have a relaxing flight. It's going to be enjoyable. So let's go down here and take a look. Now, obviously, basically everything else is exactly the way we know it. You know, we're dealing with exactly the same aircraft we've always had, which is nice and simple. And I remember which of these does the thing. One of these buttons does the thingy. I keep forgetting which one it is, but I know there's several down here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so the engine governor will leave on because I'm terrible. And we'll leave it on about this. This feels about right. Of course, this is all integral to the actual system now, so... Alright, those are on. As necessary. Oh, crap. Need to put my fuel on. Or make sure it thinks it's on. There we go. Put that there. Let's make sure we give her a little bit of prime first. Make sure everything's ready. And then it is time, once we take that off again, to start the piston aircraft. And this is honestly the best part of this entire helicopter right here. Just listen to that glorious sound. I won't even talk. God, that sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves out to the runway. We're going to turn around and we're going to take off. Now, obviously, we are sitting on floats here. We have no... well, we're on skids before that, but we're on floats here, so we need to be aware of that in our distance to the ground. We're doing a couple of touch and goes in the water as we practice, so let's get a little bit of hover on. Anti-torque. Floats is something I definitely don't want to drag. Right, let's get ourselves out here. Now it looks like we're taking off basically straight away onto the runway, so we can just turn around and go to the left. We're flying out of Chub International right now on Berry Island. Let's go forwards here. Helicopters are an art in controlling every single limb separately, which isn't my specialty, but there we go. We'll make it happen. Reminds me of driving the Lotus 79 in iRacing, where I had to use my left hand on the wheel, my right hand on the H-pattern shifter, my left foot on the brake, and my right on the gas, all at once. Let's build some speed and altitude here. Now we'll be heading off to the generally kind of east direction as we circle around the keys, and we'll be ending up towards Great Harbour Key up at the top. So it should be nice and relaxing. We should get some great views here. Now obviously we don't have any trim, it's a helicopter. Well, in this case, this type of helicopter at least. The older types. If I push things too far, you'll hear the rotor slap starting to kick in. But now, this has been a favourite of mine for quite a while. I'm not a big helicopter fan, but this one's pretty good. I thought it'd be worth a try. We can go and play with it. We can look at some pretty scenery. And because right now it's at least 30 Celsius in the UK, and in my office, which is not a huge room, I live in a 4-bedroom house, which has 3 regular-sized bedrooms and one kind of half the size of a regular bedroom. Well, when it was being built, that was the one I decided was going to be my office, because it was on the middle floor. So I had plugs installed at, you know, desk height. It was planned to be an office. God, this is gorgeous. Well, unfortunately, it means in the summer, this small room with computer blasting air from its monstrous system tends to say, screw you, it's going to be like 10-15 Celsius hotter than anywhere else in the house. Which means I'm currently sitting at about 40 Celsius and it's probably 4 AM. So it's definitely interesting. God, you know, this scenery is perfect for low and slow flight over. We're going to go ahead of us and we're going to go for a touchdown in the water and see how this thing behaves. Because I've never landed a helicopter on the water. I could barely land one on the land. But I suppose it does give me more room to miss. Which feels like the perfect situation for me. Let's take it down, shall we? Oh, there's even a dock over there. We'll go for that. Just on our left over there. Alright, let's bring her down gently. I say gently, I'm kind of rocketing down at quite a breakneck speed right now. But we'll make it work. We're going to aim to land pretty close to that dock over there. Now, again, I'm not sure how well this is going to work, so you'll have to bear with me. Oh, got a bit of oscillation going on there. Kill some forward speed. Bring her down a little bit. My approach needs to be a bit more careful right now, I think. Oh, no, 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 not too soon. Not too soon. Okay, looks like we're landing here. Oh. That was mildly disappointing. Now, if I do this... Oh, I can taxi on the water. Nice. Give it a little power. Not too much, just so I can taxi. Oh, this is so much easier than taxiing a float plane. Because I can just turn on the spot and be directional. I think I'm moving. Oh, I am moving. This is awesome. So obviously I'm able to tilt my rotor disc in a helicopter, so I can basically choose to go whatever direction I like. Do I suddenly want to taxi sideways? I can do that. Probably shouldn't do that, but I can do that. Just a little power, like I would with a wheeled helicopter on the ground, allowing me to do that, but obviously here I'm dealing with pontoons, so you don't want to go side-side because that's just a huge surface area punching into it, but I could, you know, I could turn. And I could turn those pontoons as I arrive here at the jetty, or what's technically the jetty. It's underwater because it's flight sim, but let's stop here, and we're going to lift off. A little bit of pedal. Ah, not too bad at all. And my accuracy isn't perfect, but we're, you know, we're getting there. I suppose we could consider this an exciting or a relaxing video compared to some of my smuggling runs out here in the Bahamas, just cruising around, having a great time together, which is always a nice experience. I do enjoy those times away from reviews where I get to just hang with you guys and go flying. We get to go see some amazing places and probably crash into them, but hey, it works. Alright, what's my general bearing right now? I'm heading northbound still, so that's good. That's the way we wanted to go to. Operating completely visually here, we have no real other instruments. All I know is keep going up. That's all I've got information-wise. Too much power there. Okay, we'll keep it about here. Yeah, we'll do just fine here. We're not super fast, but it's more than enough. No, very enjoyable aircraft, even when it's on the regular skids. And part of me does hope that they'll maybe one day do... And I'm going to have to try and look this up here, because this could be quite an interesting experiment, if I can do that. Can I look something up on my phone whilst I'm flying a helicopter in the sim? This is quite a multitasking challenge. Is it the H model? No, it's not. But I'll find it from looking at Wikipedia page. Variants, there we go. Come on. More forward speed, that's what we want. So the G is kind of the main model. Okay, yeah, the H is correct. The H is the one I was talking about. The 3-seat version with the enclosed cabin and fuselage. I remember that one from the start of Air America. Fantastic film there, Robert Downey Jr. and Mel Gibson. But always loved the H model of that. It just seemed kind of cool to me. I believe that's one where the pilot's in front and you've got 2 seats behind them. Making it slightly more utilitarian. Okay, so... keeping ourselves heading north here. I think we need to be off to... yeah, we need to be off there to the east of our current position. Trying to build some speed here rather than losing altitude. But that should be us just ahead of us, beyond this current island we're looking at. And that'll take us exactly where we want to go. Now, when I took this out, the detail on those floats, they literally look like steel. Polished steel. It's a little grainy for steel, but it looks amazing. I wonder if I can... oh, yeah. Oh, hi there. That's not terrifying at all. Oh, the doors are off. Okay. Hi, are you joining me up here? Random lady who looks like she's constipated. I mean, that facial expression to me says, oh God, why am I up here why am I doing this? Why did I agree to fly with her? I must be insane. Or, my God, I had Taco Bell last night and there's definitely no bathroom in this helicopter. I'm going to think the latter. Yeah. So we should be hitting that, then just follow that around and we should be good. I love the ocean here, look at this. This is probably one of the best parts. Should I put the doors back on? Will it be quieter? Part of me says flying with the doors off is part of the experience of a helicopter like this. Look at this beauty. We've got 3 seats there, we should be fine, right? 3 very confined seats, but why do I look like my... oh my God. My hands look cursed. I've got one hand down by my side, one hand who's groping an invisible middle passenger. And some very nice flows. This thing's great, look at it. Tell me flying a modern helicopter is anywhere near as atmospheric as this. Let's actually quieten down here a little bit because it is quite noisy. We should be good though once we get up here. I love looking down at these islands. It's always something nice about visiting tropical climates where you get to look down at the ocean and see the beautiful scenery below you. The coral reefs, the sands, even just the reefs themselves. Let's encourage this thing down, shall we? We'll do a little bit of zooming at wave top level, shall we, in a helicopter? What could go wrong with that? Make me crash? No, I won't crash. We'll be fine. We should be able to judge our altitude relatively simply here. Waves are kind of calm, which doesn't help us, but we can get pretty close. I feel like I need to be playing Ride of the Valkyries right now, or Run Through the Jungle. Although my more recent favourite for flying combat ops is something like Motley Crue. Definitely Motley Crue. Kickstart my heart, baby. Perfect chopper flying music, but that's more suited to a little bird with side bench seats and a bunch of door kickers on there. Yeah, that's more Motley Crue speed. Okay, so we're not that low, but we're pretty low here. Let's go down a little bit closer. Hard to judge with no points of reference around me, making things a little bit more challenging. But there's so much more, it feels like, to flying a helicopter than a fixed-wing aircraft, especially over terrain like this. It just feels that much more vivid and alive as an experience. You feel so much more connected to the air you're flying through. I'm bobbing a little bit at the moment. I think I need to break myself out of my comfort zone and increase the aircraft's performance to more realistic at some point. Not this flight, I'd like to stay in the air. But I'm pretty comfortable with what I'd say is about half realism. And with obviously the simple ability to change that in the sim, it feels like a really good idea. Oh, speaking of the sim, this is available, this update will be coming out on Xbox, and I believe it will be out either now or very soon. So if you own this on Xbox, you will be able to fly it soon, with the floats. Which just makes me want to fly in these island paradises and just experience fluttering around in a gorgeous little helicopter. My gosh, that key is so far away. I thought it was so close, but now I'm just like, my god, where is it? Who put it there? Some altitude might help, but I want to kind of get close here and run it at treetop level. Get that true helicopter experience, and oh, our transponder's off. I totally forgot about that. There we go. Okay, we're not too far away now. Should be rushing up there any second. Probably shouldn't really be looking down while I'm flying this close to the water. Speaking of which, let's try and tempt fate, shall we? Yeah, let's tempt fate. This can't be a bad idea at all, can it? All I need to do is catch a float tip and I'm screwed. I keep erring on the side of caution, to be honest, here more than not. The key is rushing up on us now. Turn north and follow the land. There we are, coming along nicely. We'll get some altitude once we get here. I just want to be flying along the wave top level. It feels great. This does give me so much more of an experience than a Cessna or a jet or one of the 40 million ultralights we have for the sim. It's so much of a challenge compared to fixed wing flying. That's too low, bordering on too low there. Well, we're definitely at treetop level or below it. Yep, the land's above us over there. These waters are so blue, my gosh. And we'll do a little popping up. Whee, there we go. This thing is, the sounds are what make it. They really are. Just the sounds are so visceral in this add-on. It feels so alive. You know what? I love the look of that little beach over there. Let's put it down. We'll take a look around, shall we? We may not make it all the way to Great Harbour Key, but I don't think I mind. Bring her back into a hover. Or at least close to a hover. We don't want to be actually sitting here hovering too much, otherwise we'd get in trouble with the aircraft. rotor vortex, or whatever it's called, a ring vortex, which will just damp us down. Let's arrest our descent as we try and get our speed down. There we go. Oh god, I nearly nosed over too hard there. I want to bring it into the shore. Relatively simple process here of just steering with the tail rotor and giving it a little bit of stick forward to pull me forward here. And we've got a reasonable speed, I'd say, as we come over towards the beach. There we go. Do we actually have wake effects? That's a good question. I don't think so. They said there are. It may just be the type of water I'm in or where it's flying right now, but... We've got the water spray effects, sure. But I don't think we're getting actual pontoon kind of water splash. But it's definitely kind of kicking up water. Okay. Get ourselves airborne here. Oh, making the engine suffer there. Oh, there we go. The governor was kind of arresting its behaviour there. Flying north along here. But no, does this change the air helicopter at all, really? No. But it does mean you can literally land anywhere now. Land or sea. Which is a great experience because you can really feel free, and there is something more, I think, connecting. Oh, alternator wasn't on. That's a whoopsie. There's something more connecting about being this low down and being able to really go wherever I want to. Like, I suddenly want to change direction and be down here. Do you want to take a look at something in specific? I could do that. Come on. Kick her over. There we go. Nice tight turns. Drop her down into the tree line. Let's get ourselves out of the tree line here and keep going north. We should be just fine. Oh, and in case anyone's curious, I'm flying with a yoke right now. I'm using my Bravo and Alpha honeycomb yoke and throttle quadrant here to fly this helicopter, which is definitely not the right way. If I had a collective and a stick, I think this would feel like a dream. But even with a flight yoke, it is perfectly manageable. It is such a really enjoyable little experience for it, though. Let's get some altitude here and get to look at the beautiful scenery, and we'll bring her into land somewhere. We'll sit down for a picnic and we can call it there, because I think you guys have had enough of me waffling around this helicopter and just doing not very much, but talking and flying over the Bahamas. But what a beautiful place to fly on a summer's day. It is tropical and beautiful. Feels like the world doesn't exist. I don't think I've seen a single road or piece of habitation other than where we took off from. Is that actually where we're heading up ahead of us? I don't think it is. I think that's it off our 11 o'clock. It should be. Let's build some speed here and try and get over there. We'll be completionists. We'll be completionists. We'll head to Great Harbour. Make sure we do this thing right. I'm not even sure if I'm close to it yet, but we should be. I will say this is not the fastest of helicopters in the world. We'll push the engine a little bit here. Try and eke some speed out of it. Was not designed for going fast, that's for darn sure. I will say the rotor's shadow that's all over the cockpit does feel great as well. Look at that whirling mass of machinery right behind my head. I say that as I was talking with my mouth pointed completely away from the microphone, so irrelevant to anything useful. Due to me not having any actual maps, you'll forgive me for using the VFR map here. I don't do this normally, but I have no idea where I'm going. So that's what we're flying to, this. Oh, we are bang on target. Okay, my navigation was perfect. We're going to see this thing through, boys and girls. We are going to get there. It's a Great Harbour Key. I apparently navigated perfectly by looking at a map once. Follow the islands around to the east and kind of wing it, heading north. Yeah. I now feel vindicated as a expert BS artist. Wonderful. And so we don't vanish. I think we are in the Bermuda Triangle, aren't we? Right. Come on, Speed. Pick up. Let's go. Yeah, our final touchdown will be on land over here on Great Harbour. Should do us just fine. The Assistant Key just to the north of it, but I think Great Harbour will do. Sounds a lot less like a toilet. Lots of open sandy seafloor around here. I tell you what, this kind of helicopter is perfect for sightseeing around the ocean and looking down at the wonders below us, because especially with the satellite imagery we have to look at, we can see the seabed here, and it's a whole different realm we can experience. And I think the lack of speed makes it so much more worth exploring. I would honestly think it's worth it just to buy this add-on and go fly around the Bahamas. Or any tropical area you want in the world. And just enjoy what you can see down there. In these blue waters. It is so pretty. You can do it in an ultralight, but you know, you can't stop and stare at one particular formation underwater for 10 minutes, can you? Although hovering in situ for 10 minutes would probably be pretty agonizing. Okay, that says 12 o'clock there. We could actually see the runway, I think, on the quay itself. We're coming for a land landing. We've done 2 water landings and takeoffs, so we did 1 land takeoff. So we're owed at least 1 land landing. I'm going to be very careful because I don't want to bonk the floats. Come on, let's go. Let's go. A little bit of forward momentum here. Get about 100 knots out of it. Just about. Ease the nose down. We'll ditch some altitude for some airspeed, but it'll help. Not a lot, though, it seems. It's flying pretty gently right now. So you can definitely get a lick out of her, but it's not a sort of aircraft you'd be flying a cruise like this the whole time. That'd be kind of crazy. It's so liberating as well. It feels like you're in an ultralight when you're in fact in what's essentially an ultralight helicopter, but it definitely feels wild and free and lacking in any kind of containment, which is very nice. There's obviously so little metal, you've just got those pillars that wrap around the doors. Speaking of which, let's do away with those, shall we? It's a little noisy, yeah, but this is fine, because now there really is nothing between me and the world. And I'm okay with that. Well, my head doesn't like when I do that. Okay, here we are. There's the airport dead ahead. See some of the scenery on the way in. People have asked me why I haven't flown the other helicopters in the sim yet, and I think it's because there aren't any that really do it for me. I've flown the Airbus the AC-135. I bought the 145, and they were fun, but they really weren't my style. You know, they were good products. They were well made, but they were so modern and stale that it was just like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but is that it? Wrecked boat down there, or something? Can't tell. But they weren't my style. This is so my style. Like, if we see Hueys, which I know Milvis is working on a Huey according to their live stream notification. I think they are. if we saw, you know, some of the older style helicopters, the Wessex or the Whirlwind, or the American version of that, the older Sikorskis, you know, the big piston Sikorskis. Heck yeah, those would be wild experiences. They'd be fun. I could see myself doing logging missions in Oregon or Northern Cali in a big old Sikorsky. You know, give me a Huey, give me a Bell, even one of the Bell. My brain's gone blind. Jet Ranger. Give me a Jet Ranger. You know, give me a Squirrel. Give me any of those types of helicopters that are even slightly more modern, but still fairly manual. Give me something interesting, and we could have a whale of a time. Okay, there's the airstrip down there, so we'll bring her down here. Start reducing power. Now, a helicopter pattern should be at 500 feet. I'm not going to attempt to fly a proper pattern yet in a helicopter, but we are going to join left base. Drop her down towards 500 feet. Coming over the river here. Into Great Harbour Key. Mike Yankee Bravo Golf. And if you were interested where we started, that was Mike Yankee Bravo Charlie. There we go. Landing looks to be at the far end. Should be no problem here. I'm loving the sand just running up to the edge of the tarmac down there. Gotta do some fixed wing flying out here in the Bahamas. This could be a ton of fun. Look at that, it's not even a straight runway. You can see how the sand's just coming up on the edges. And this is stock. And that looks so cool. I love how even the stock scenery has so much more variety and life in this sim than previous generations did. Right, should be down there at the end. We'll just keep ourselves flying at speed here. No need to slow down just yet. I'm pretty sure there's a parking area down there. I think there is. On the right. If this place has got the audacity to call itself international and not have an actual terminal, fuel, and parking area, I'm going to be really disappointed. Is this it on the right? Looks like it might be on the right. Yeah, pretty sure this is it. How about we stop, huh? Wow, some international. Whoa! I overestimated how much that would let me flare. Okay. Woo. I dramatically overestimated how much I could pull back and how much collective to drop. You know what? I'm going to set it down here on the grass next to this shed, just to protect the poor little floats. See what I mean about landing on land? It's much harder and I end up seesawing everywhere. Ooh, that's cool. Oh my god, I'm kicking up a dust cloud. That's neat! That is so neat. The initial flare of dust cloud was so big when I was in the aircraft. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. That must be new. Well then, we are here. We made it to Great Harbour, and I'm exhausted from flying that helicopter the whole way. Thank you for joining me. It's been a great little trip. Let's appreciate that engine, shall we? Let's appreciate that sound. That's such a lovely sound pack on this aircraft. See, we're mostly on the grass, therefore I succeeded. Although I'm really close to that building. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!